When I was a kid, I always wanted to be my dad. What if that happens? What if I become him and I don't even know it?
So arrogant, just like your father.
People of Earth, the more you resist, the worse this gets. And if you think you can stop us, don't forget, I'm...
It's been over 2 years since the debut of
Invincible.
Being Amazon's second mature superhero TV series, but in comparison to The Boys, we don't get any of those wild and weird fetishes and sexual fantasies gone wrong. It's all action, and Prime Video have put even more into the brutal animation and fatalities for the second season. Heck, Omni-Man even made it into Mortal Kombat. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to be notified for everything in the world of
Invincible.
Set to release on 3rd November, airing weekly, the first 4 episodes, then the final 4 entries in early 2024, with the premise around traveling the multiverse. Could be we got a crossover that is unspeakable. This is 10 things to remember for Season 2 of
Invincible.
The story of Viltrum, Omni-man's home planet. A planet inhabited by a warrior race possessing superhuman strength and speed, making them nearly invulnerable. And to do so, it was survival of the fittest. And to strengthen the herd, cut the population in half to become the greatest empire in the galaxy. Portrayed as heroes, but seek to conquer other planets and species by purifying the universe. And just like the Saiyan race, they got stronger from every fight.
And it says right here, when a Saiyan is beaten to near death, their power level increases immensely.
Now, not everyone was on board. Thaedus, the first rebel, who created an alliance against the Empire, now known as the Coalition of Planets. Voiced by Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime himself.
Let them come.
Always rocking a mustache, he must be Viltrum himself. As have you ever noticed? Initially presented as Earth's greatest hero, like Homelander or Mysterio, once his son gains his power, his intentions become far too clear. His mission to weaken the Earth for Viltrum to take over. Like Goku sent to Earth to conquer the planet, but Omni-Man didn't hit his head, becoming more erratic and violent, revealing his ill intentions to his son, the slaughter of the Guardians of the Globe, and beating his son to a pulp. We see this foreshadowed when he destroys the Flaxen race looking to conquer Earth.
Earth isn't yours to conquer.
What is worse, you don't call your wife a dog.
She's more like a pet to me.
Now, if Omni-Man is only the scout, there is someone far worse. Thrag, the leader of the Empire, which could lead to Omni-Man's redemption, as no one has ever heard
of a Viltrumite abandoning their post.
In the Adam Eve special, a glimpse of his redemption with the love for his son. The Coalition of Planets formed with the primary goal of countering the expansion of the Viltrum Empire. The intergalactic group, uniting species from other worlds, which includes Seth Rogen's Alan. Did you notice even his C Viltrumites as Henry Cavill's Superman? But Mark isn't full of Viltrum.
And you shaved your mustache!
Alan is an evaluation officer like Jaco, the galactic patrolman from Dragon Ball Super, but hopefully not as rude.
Your brain's getting as saggy as your boobs.
Now, in the comics, the leader of the rebellion, Thaedus the Great Betrayor, a Viltrumite himself, the creator of the Scourge virus, aimed to conquer the Viltrumite army, as their physical prowess was no match. Season 2 will explore the Alliance and how they deal with a multiversal threat.
Multiverse is real.
Just like every Bollywood movie, there is a love triangle. Mark Grayson with Amber Bennett. His superhero life puts a strain on their relationship, often canceling plans and keeping secrets. A huge dynamic every superhero struggles with, as we have seen in the Spider-Man films. Even after Amber finds out that his boyfriend is
Invincible,
she still gives Mark a hard time. Mark also builds a strong bond with Eve, both being superheroes, fighting alongside and sharing the battlefield. Their connection creates tension and jealousy for Amber, even when Eve tries to vouch for Mark as a boyfriend, and this is likewise between Mark and Eve's boyfriend at the time, Rex Splode. Season 2 will Mark end up with Eve? As Amber has turned into a fan favorite to hate, I'm sure the comics have plenty to say about the love dynamic.
Good for you, Mark.
Identical clones, with the fight to see who is superior and who is the original, the mad scientist Mauler always carrying himself as backup.
Look, because I've got backup. Ain't that right, Jack?
Motivated to create the perfect version through cloning and enhancing their abilities, evolving to that superior race. We see the clones sent back to prison after being foiled by the robot, Rudy Connors, but they may not last long behind bars. Remember, the twins built a machine that allowed their consciousness to uplink to another body, like Ultron and Vision, which is exactly the cause for Season 2. As in the comics, Angstrom Levy frees the twins to help with his multiversal mission, to use their intellect to bridge the consciousness from multiple realities.
The multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little.
After the massacre of the Guardians, the teen team came to the forefront, a group of teenagers with an attitude.
Let's do it, guys! Right. It's morphin' time!
Original members, Adam Eve, Rex Splode, Duplicate, led by Robot who tried to recruit
Invincible
as a member, then later recruiting Monster Girl, Black Sansom, and Shrinking Ray to form the new Guardians of the Globe, becoming more of a team with every fight, especially against the Flaxans, the alien race looking to invade the Earth before Omni-Man caused Armageddon to their planet. The Flaxans evolved their intellect and technology with every attempt to conquer. Time worked differently in their realm, moving a lot faster and making their return for Season 2 through one dimension or another, the Secret Invasion. So, the new Guardians will have to do some multiversal recruiting to face their old foes. Looks like an OG will return to the team, Immortal. Now, just like every hero adaptation, there is also a dark side. Like Goku Black or Miles Morales, comes Evil Mark, an adaptation of Angstrom storyline from the comics. So just like the Spider-Verse, there are a lot of more variants of
Invincible,
and most of them follow the path of evil. Omni-Man's mission to conquer Earth with his son once he got his powers, raising Mark to take over the Earth as a Viltrumite should. One of the variants even has a mustache. Teased in the trailer, Angstrom succeeds with his mission to travel the multiverse to an alternate universe where the planet is weakened by the hands of an evil Mark. So we're bound to clash where yin and yang meets. The lethal Powerpuff Girl looks like Professor Utonium put far too many chemical X when he made Eve. From the special, we learn the origin story of Adam Eve, as she comes to terms with the tragic events that gave her powers. A mutant, a military genetic experiment, like Eleven from Stranger Things. She was made, not born, and made to become a weapon.
She's a weapon.
Her past comes to haunt her as her mutated siblings, the failed experiments, come for her throat. Things get a lot worse for Eve, witnessing Brandyworth, the scientist responsible for her powers, killed, and her real mother being kept alive as breeding stock to replicate what happened to Eve. Now we know where her resentment comes from, being at constant odds with her foster parents. Season 2 looks to continue Eve's arc, though we could get another variant of Eve on the side of evil.
Invincible.
You're all variants!
Robot's main objective to transfer his sentient consciousness into a human boy's body, mirroring the timeless desire of Pinocchio's request to become a real boy. I'm a real boy! The leader of the new Guardians, a highly intelligent cyborg, can quickly devise and calculate solutions, as we see in the fight against the Flaxans. The origins of Robot is Rudy Connors, an augmented human living inside a pod. By using Rex's DNA and the help of the Mauler twins, Robot clones a body to transfer his mind to, just like Ultron, if he had succeeded his uplink to Vision. If the Flaxans are to return in Season 2, Robot will play a key part in their defeat. The power of Neuralink to control more than one drone, more than one clone.
Hey, I'm not the clone, you're the clone!
With Omni-Man fleeing to Viltrum, we are bound to see a few characters that were part of the Great War. First being Thaedus the Betrayor, the Viltrumite now leading the Coalition of Planets, Angstrom Levy, essentially Mark's arch-nemesis, the Dimension Hopper hellbent on harnessing the knowledge of other variants, and joining the new Guardians of the Globe, we have Shape, Smith, and Bulletproof. A few new Viltrumites with their iconic mustaches, to include Thrag, Conquest, Craig, and Tula, which we got to see a glimpse of as part of the cleansing of the history of their race. Watch out for Season 2, new episodes weekly on Prime, where I will be doing a full breakdown, so stay tuned and make sure you subscribe. Robert Kirkman teases Invincible series to extend to 8 seasons, with the animation at a whole new level. There's even talks about a live-action film. Since Dwayne's DC project didn't go too well, the wisecracking Rock is perfect to play both Mauler twins. The saga of Invincible continues into multiversal territory on November 3rd on Prime. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to check out my other videos on the channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe.